Hey everybody, Cinephile Mike is here, and it is day 83 of Award Season Review Season 3. 97 reviews coming at you in 97 days, covering many of the films up for awards recognition this season. Now, some of the films that I'm talking about may have already been in theaters, may be awaiting their re-release, be awaiting their initial release, or awaiting that streaming release. So, all of the information I am providing to you is current within 7 days of recording and posting. This includes box office information, predictions, nominations, wins, critical response, and the like. But as always, and most important, these reviews are spoiler free. Also, make sure you check out my website, cinephilemike.com, for lots of great additional award season content, including the Where Can I Watch It spreadsheet, see how to watch all of these films, and also check out my short videos on my predictions on who will win each award coming up March 2nd. So close. So, today we are in the penultimate day of our 12th theme week, and before we wrap up looking at some highly recommended shorts, the nominated shorts, and the last batch of Oscar nominated films, I'm looking at those films that many, sometimes including myself, believe were snubbed by the Academy this year. Now, obviously, yes, this is very subjective. Some of you may agree or disagree with this. I mean, look, I feel a little strongly about Challengers, Hard Truths, and Maria not being in the conversation, along with some others. But hey, there's only so much space. And today, let's keep it moving. We're looking at Netflix's documentary Daughters, directed by Angela Patton and Natalie Ray. This documentary was released over a year ago in the January of 2024. As this was a Netflix film, like most of those, I don't have any box office information to report. There was no international release for this that I can see. It went right to the streamer. But I can report on the critical ratings. And critically, this film is certified fresh with that rare 100% on the critical side, based on 69 reviews, and a popcorn meter score of 90% coming from over 100 audience reviews. Award season wise, the film was shortlisted for the best documentary at the Oscars, and for a while, it was not just considered a potential nominee, but it was considered the front runner to win the prize. So its omission was very shocking to many. It is currently nominated for Best Documentary at the BAFTA Awards. And in addition to various film festival and critic circles nods and wins, it was nominated for 6 Critics' Choice Documentary Awards: Best Documentary Feature, Best Director, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, and Best Score, and a win for that sixth one for Best New Documentary Filmmakers for Patton and Ray, who were also nominated for Outstanding Directorial Achievement in Documentary by the Directors Guild of America. And at Sundance, where the film premiered, it was nominated for the Grand Jury Prize for Documentary and won 2 other awards. It won the Audience Award for U.S. Documentary and the Festival Favorite Award. So, what is it about? Well, Daughters is a look at the work done by the organization Girls for a Change and their program Date with Dad. In the film, we see the film's co-director Patton, who's also the CEO of Girls for a Change, working with a group of young women between the ages of 5 and 15 when we first meet them, as they prepare for the daddy-daughter dance. Now, many of these girls have not seen their fathers in a few years, and some barely, if at all, know who their fathers are, as all of their fathers are currently incarcerated in Washington, D.C., where this documentary is taking place. By participating in the program, the girls, as part of Girls for Change, learn how to be strong women, look at their goals, recognize who they want to be, learning those important, communication and adulting skills. And the dads also do the same. If they're selected to participate in the program, they go through a 10-week training program where they learn about being the men that their daughters need them to be, communication, life skills. And if the men successfully complete the program, under the watchful eye of fatherhood life coach Chad Morris, they will be able to attend a dance with their daughters. Now, as we are given some access to the workshops with the dads, we learn, how they came up with the nicknames, a little bit about their relationships with their daughters, and a little bit about how they feel about the program. And very smartly, we don't get caught up in why they are in prison. They're not the focus of this, the daughters are, but by the title. But we do get just enough information so that we can understand these relationships that are going to be seen especially when we get many of the interviews with the young women and their mothers as they express the challenges they've gone through not having their father in their life. Some of the women talking about how difficult it's been, going through this as a single parent. Um, and it's heartbreaking to see at times because some of these girls want to see their fathers, but either they can't afford to travel to the prison to do an intervisit, to do a visitation. They don't have the money for the actual visit. And some of the prisons just don't allow visitation at all. So as we track these 10 weeks, we see the emotional strain, but mini spoiler, there is some joy when we actually get to the dance and then we see the aftermath. So after the dance has occurred, we check back in with several of the girls and what their relationships are like with their fathers. So this film chronicles several years, and we kind of get the touchstones at each point. I'm not going to break down. Originally, I was going to talk about each of the four core group of girls that this documentary focuses on, but I don't want to get too lost in that because I want to talk, in general about the film. It's a powerful documentary and one that is definitely worth watching. Now, the stories in some cases, they're very tragic and sad to hear. But Patton and Ray, they craft a story of hope and moving forward and the chances of what people need to do this. You can't escape the challenges that these families have gone through. They don't want to harp on that. When we get to the dance, it's a really wonderful celebratory moment. And even if that, pockets it's bittersweet because when the men entered the program, they knew there was a chance that their daughters or the mothers could back out at the last minute, and this happens. Um, and then with the girls, we get these testimonials that are often heartbreaking. Even one who's seen what happened to her mother having to raise her and her sibling on her own, that she even says she never even wants to have children. So we really see the impact of this. Adelina Bikis and Troy Lewis edit this film very well to infuse the spy shot footage of the fatherhood sessions and the lives of the young women, alongside various talking head interviews with the girls, with their mothers. As and as an audience, we kind of grow alongside the girls. Cinematographer Michael Fernandez fills the screen with a lot of, really wonderful footage that just seems hopeful. Like when we see the fathers getting ready, to go to the dance, getting out of the jumpsuits into the suits, in person reunions. And in some cases, that leads to the first time these girls have been able to hug their fathers. You'd have to almost be made of ice not to feel some kind of warmth in these moments, which is definitely hit by Kelsey Lou's very subtle, perfect scoring. This film highlights the need for programs like this. The postscript of the film shows how the rate of recidivism of men in the program at its completion is as low in like small single digit percentiles. So it's a powerful message. Was this film snubbed? It's a hard year for documentaries. Each one that's there has a really, really strong story to tell. Now, while I've only seen four of the five, I have one more to track down. I would say of the four that I've seen, and without being specific, there's one that I would have actually swapped for Daughters just based on the story that's being told. Um, like the other Oscar nominated film this year, Sing Sing, Daughters really presents another subset of programs that need to really be reinforced and supported to reduce the percentage of incarcerated individuals. There's a reason why these things work, and we need to put, more energy into this. Daughters is a very powerful five-star documentary. It is definitely worth the watch. As I said, if you would like to watch Daughters, it is currently streaming on Netflix. So there we go. 83 reviews down, only 14 to go. We're 2 weeks out from the Oscars. As always, if you like what you heard here, please click that subscribe button, like the video, spread the word. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. And again, find lots of great information on my website, cinephilemike.com. All right. See everyone tomorrow as we wrap up Snub Week. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.